Hello, and welcome back to Wrestling in Mom's Basement.
Episode 7.
Because the last few were in Holiday Inn, but that's different now. Of course, I am Patrick Young. This guy now to my right is... I chose to start your intro like that. Was told by Steve Austin to don't be shy, champ. Joe Venuta.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the show. Thank you for all the views in the last week. It was our most consistent numbers easily.
Yes.
I think it was over 100, close to 200 views. All the Holiday Inn and Express ones. Yeah.
Which is 200 more than I ever thought we'd get, so thank you for watching. I'll bounce it.
You did it. This is part 1 of this week's update. We don't have too many news stories. There's going to be a quick NXT review from Brooklyn and the news. We'll start the news big off this week with news that happened at last night's NXT tapings. Asuka relinquished her NXT Women's Championship.
Yep.
And storyline-wise, Commissioner Regal, John Manager William Regal, is now in negotiations with Raw or SmackDown for Asuka.
I'm thinking that could mean a trade, that someone would come from the main roster to NXT for Asuka. So it would be interesting to see if that happens. There is a large amount of doubt there, but it would be interesting to see that. So, because Asuka definitely is a very strong contender, and she could easily bring somebody back down to NXT for an opportunity.
This is the right move because it doesn't make sense now to end her undefeated streak in NXT at this point. She might as well come to the main roster of all her appeal.
If Ember wasn't going to do it,
yeah,
then I don't think anybody else in NXT should.
Right. The only person I think of is if she wins the Mae Young place, the Kyrie Singh.
Yeah.
Otherwise, somebody else. So now what should happen is Asuka comes up to either show Raw or SmackDown Live and just wins the title and then never loses it until Ember comes up. That's what should happen.
Yeah. Well, knowing the main roster, they'll probably...
She's going to lose to Alexa Bliss by a roll-up on Raw. We know.
Yeah. She'll get the Singh brothers Jinder Mahal ending to her streak.
Yes. My God.
That is legitimately longer than the fake Goldberg one.
Can you imagine if she destroys this Raw? By God. I don't know why one thing. I mean, she's going to have to pull over Sasha, Nia, and Alexa. Because God forbid. The holy trinity of women's wrestling right there. And for all you Sasha fans like myself, don't worry. We are losing the championship this Monday. On a side note.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Because, guys, the Gaius is micro Charlotte with half the size and half the skill. Alright, moving on. Speaking of no talented people, because Alexa does have talent, on the topic of people with lesser talent, Big Cass. As I feel bad for him, so I'm not going to be mean here. Big Cass, they suffered torn ACL, and I believe he's going to be out of action 9 months. Meaning he will miss WrestleMania. This is a big loss for Raw. Not a big loss for me. I'm not sounding harsh, I'm just telling the truth here.
I don't like to see anybody get hurt and be out for an extremely long amount of time. For Raw, though, it really depends on what they're going forward with, and there's not really an opportune time to get hurt, but if there was one, this would definitely be it, because he was just ending his feud with Enzo, and he wasn't just starting a feud with someone else. Again, I don't like to see anybody else getting hurt, but Cass has been one of my favorites. So to me, it's not really that big of a loss, but it might be a big loss to Raw Creative.
Bye, Cass. Good luck. Thanks. You win. You don't have to wrestle anymore and embarrass yourself. You got Carmella all the time. You win.
You know, except when she goes on SmackDown.
One night a week.
It's like 5 nights a week.
People aren't paying to see Carmella wrestle.
She still tries.
Maybe he was going for a secondary title. I don't know. But I can tell you who is playing for a secondary title, NXT.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Anyway.
Much better than you usually are.
Thank you. Oh yeah, NXT is planning on making a secondary championship. Oh, my fault. I don't know what the name of the championship's going to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all we know is that there are plans to make a secondary belt in NXT. I think it's actually a good idea for NXT.
Now I do, yes.
There is a lot of talent there that
should be on the main roster.
That should be on the main roster. Yes. However, there's a lot of talent there that are being kept off the takeovers. Guys like Cassius Ohno, Roderick Strong wasn't on this takeover.
He was there spirit.
Gargano was on the pay-per-view, but he could definitely be used in this spot for the mid-tier title in NXT. I'm trying to think of other people right now.
Andrade,
Ciampa,
Hideo.
Alistair, Hideo. All those guys could probably use a second-tier belt. And I could also see the show being extended a little bit longer, to where it's about an hour now. I would probably say like an hour 15.
And Vince gets control of it, and then we all lose our baby.
And since it's all there's only 4 takeovers now, or 5.
Especially forward, yeah, there's 5 this year, so yeah.
I would say I'd bump takeovers up to the full 3 hours.
And then Vince takes control of NXT, and we're all scared.
I don't think Vince is going to take care of NXT.
Thank the Lord.
I think NXT would be best if it stays under an hour and a half a week.
You think? I mean, like, it works the way it is. But I understand the need for a secondary title.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm conflicted. But what's more conflicting is Beach Balls.
Getting better at your segues.
Because for some reason, wrestling fans, not just the ones that are in the Barclays Center space weekend, are very interested in the Beach Bowl controversy.
Yes.
Well, now WWE has banned Beach Bowls.
I think the official
and other
pool-related
items.
Pool paraphernalia. So you can't bring your noodles there.
Your rubber duckies, your
rubber duckies, yeah, your floaties, your flotation devices. Your water guns. That little like floating green thing that has the golf can. You can't bring that either.
This story is taking so much time on the podcast. It's a waste of my time, but I'm doing it anyway because there's a big controversy among wrestling fans. Yes, it's disrespectful to the wrestlers. Yes, it's disrespectful to everyone working for the company. But don't make a segment about it on your W24 special on Raw or WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Don't show it on TV in the middle of Raw.
Yeah, if you want that item banned and not have the crowd do that, why are you endorsing that on your 24 special?
Don't encourage it. Don't be a hypocrite about it. Now you're a hypocrite about it.
Because when they showed that for, it was Dallas. For
Wrestling 32, no, Raw like Wrestling in Dallas, yes.
Yeah, like, oh, look how crazy the crowd is. They're batting around a beach ball. Who brought in beach ball? It doesn't matter. It's cool. The crowd loves it. They're chanting.
Right.
Let's go beach ball. Beach ball sucks.
Right. Now, the beach balls were worse on Monday than they were on Tuesday in terms of actually being seen. Because on Tuesday, there was they were coming out of nowhere. Security was on top of them quickly.
Yeah.
They were much more distracted. There was more on Tuesday night, but they were much more distracted on Monday night. fans reacted to just about everything on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Those fans that do it are idiots, and I'm not saying it, but I want to say it's a two-way street, and WWE needs to just stop blaming the fans here. And they're the ones that also encouraged it, but now what they're going to do is, next year when they're in Brooklyn and the year after that, and so forth, they're just going to encourage them more to do it.
Yeah.
By banning it.
I think it's more or less a symptom of a much bigger problem that WWE has. It's not, oh, the fans are bringing beach balls. That's such a terrible thing, and like it's a problem. It's really because it could be because the crowd doesn't really care what's going on in the ring or care about the guys in the ring. I mean, my example for that would be that I did not see one beach ball for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3.
Right.
But I saw one for SummerSlam, in weird placement matches, mind you.
Yeah, there were
matches that I wouldn't expect to get a beach ball. Got a
right.
beach ball. And we saw Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
Could it be a symptom of the lack of quality booking or the lack of I'm looking for the right word here, but the lack of interest in certain talent, like the cruiserweights were a big part where they got beat.
They were arguably the
on Monday. Yeah.
Jason Jordan was another one on Monday.
Yeah. And
his ball, the beach ball in that match actually went over into the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That father and son was thrown out.
Or the fact that the workers don't know how to work with the beach balls, meaning that Cesaro was the only one that actually
was smart on.
Yeah, Cena flat out endorsed them after Raw went off the air. But Cesaro was the only one that went in the crowd and actually destroyed the beach ball. There weren't any more beach balls in that match at that point.
At the end of the night.
Yeah.
SummerSlam they had no more beach balls after that.
Yeah.
I'm not putting the blame on the workers. I'm putting the blame on the fans for being idiotic and disrespectful. But at the same time, it's also a two-way street, and WWE's blaming the fans when they endorsed it, too.
Yeah.
So it's both false there. I'm not saying one's right or one's wrong, but thank God they banned them. Well, it's also their own fault because now they look like hypocrites for endorsing it for that kind of behavior in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the way, if you're just interested in the product, bringing a beach ball isn't your way of showing them.
No.
Because they still got your money. If you want to show them, don't buy a ticket. We are not the smartest bunch.
No, we're not.
I'm going to show them. I'm going to hit a blown up ball around the arena, but they still got my money.
As much as we complain on the internet, we still pay the $9.99 a month for the WWE Network. We still buy seats. We still buy in the arena. We still buy shirts, merchandise.
Just like people are always going to spend money, especially on WrestleMania. Because the next story is what the point of WrestleMania 34 main event is. For the role.
It's not as smooth when you go, look, I'm better.
I'm not saying I'm better. I know I'm not smooth. That's why I'm doing I'm better. For the Raw main event anyway, it's scheduled to be the Brock Lesnar versus Roman. It's back to Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns now for the Universal Championship. Up until a few weeks ago, it was Roman Reigns versus John Cena, but I also that's being moved up to possibly No Mercy. So Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns is now the scheduled main event again for Raw for WrestleMania 34.
That's really the biggest match they can do. Since they're doing Braun and Brock at No Mercy. And if they're doing Cena and Roman at No Mercy, which I don't know why they're overbuilding No Mercy so much.
Because they got your Monday.
Yeah, true. However, it doesn't... However, with the news about the UFC fighter that Brock was looking to...
John Jones.
Yeah. That Brock was looking to fight in the UFC, it looks like Brock's actually probably going to stay around.
Right. As he should.
Yeah.
This is Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
And
he's in fact Brock.
to anybody that thought he was going to the UFC for more than that fight, I'm not really sure. I thought he was resigned with WWE anyway to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It was the internet that started speculation Brock was leaving to WrestleMania for UFC. Why would you leave for UFC for a whole bunch of fights and risk getting hurt again with the schedule he's got now? Now, granted, Brock's been working a lot recently on the schedule, so, but I'm just saying, why leave? He has been where he wants him now at $12 million a year, and he's going to get more next year.
Yeah.
But this is smart. If he's going to pay Brock more, as by this year, Brock has to work more base.
Yes.
So pretty soon, Brock's going to be a full-time star again almost, without house shows. And even then, he does like a couple live events here and there. So, but yeah, Brock versus Roman is probably the right way to go at this point for Rule.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else. The first time worked, and I will say this: if they plan on making that the match for World WrestleMania 34, then the World should definitely not win the Royal Rumble, though.
Yes.
Because you don't want to rehash that 3 years ago with Roman win the Rumble again.
Yeah, that's where you put in AJ or Nakamura,
Right.
which hopefully would be the SmackDown main event for the WWE Championship.
Right. Now, two guys who won't be on the WrestleMania card more than likely than the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal are Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. I'm not even sure if you heard this story. Well, I bet the updates on them.
No.
Okay, the updates are Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are not on TV currently.
No shit, really?
Because they're being repackaged as well. Because they won't put them back together. But they want them to stray as far away from the Wyatt family as possible. So fans just don't associate them as the tag team of the Wyatt family.
Yeah. I think they already have notoriety, like, as the Wyatt family members.
Right.
I think it's going to be hard for fans to separate those two. It probably would have been better just to leave them as Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, the two former Wyatt family members.
Right. Harper can survive around Rowan can survive around Harper. Rowan, I know Harper, I'm not really sure what gimmick change she's going under. Rowan, last time I understood, was going for a clown gimmick. Creepy clown gimmick. Wish if they brought in Crazy Steve, they're supposed to, that could be a tag team right there on SmackDown too.
Yeah.
Since Crazy Steve has the decay thing, and they could be the ones that attack Breezango or whatever. But if you're going to put Harper and Rowan back together, that's a big boost to SmackDown's tag division, which already have the Usos, the New Day, Tyler Breezango, just added this past Tuesday, Shawn Benjamin and Chad Gable, the Hype Bros, and the Clones and the Ascension, also here in Authors of Pain are going to SmackDown. What I would do there is I would do trade Authors of Pain and SmackDown to Ascension, back to NXT, where they'll be booked correctly to Ascension, and the Authors of Pain go to SmackDown. That would be another trade I would do.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to add Harper and Rowan to that, then you got a nice tag division to work with.
Yeah. The Wyatt, or I guess I can call them the former members of the Wyatt family, Harper and Rowan, I think they should probably stay on SmackDown.
They should.
However, would you include them with Author Pain?
Why do you include them? Like in the same tag division?
Yeah, the same tag division.
Yeah, why not?
Because they're big guys that show, both teams that show big power.
Yeah, I watched the Harper Rowan came faces. All the fair no, they shouldn't go to the tail team right away either. But one of those teams should be the team that attacked Breezango.
Yes.
Yeah, to get them down. But to change Harper and Rowan's gimmicks, I don't think that's the right way to go.
No.
But if you're not going to use Harper as a single star, pairing him back up with Rowan is the best way to go.
Yeah.
So, And somebody else has rumored, if he turns heel, since he's now babyface on SmackDown Live, to go under a change is Bobby Roode. Plans right now stand for Bobby Roode to become the number 2 the John Cena babyface on SmackDown.
Which, if you're a longtime TNA fan, it sounds weird.
Right.
Bobby Roode's going to be replacing John Cena as SmackDown top face.
Right. That's great for him, and it's way bigger. He's in a way bigger position than I ever thought he was. Done with the main roster. The only downside of this is rumors are if he ever turns heel on a roster, they are going to get rid of the glorious theme song more than likely because it's too babyface. They feel
that is a terrible idea. That's really all you can say about it. It's a terrible idea. Part of the thing that ingratiated Bobby Roode to the NXT audience or the WWE audience is that theme song. Just because they had something to channel on to, or even because it's an awesome theme song. It may actually be one of the best theme songs of all time in WWE. And I think taking that away from him is very foolish.
I think taking it away from him is stupid. Him being a babyface, I didn't see this character, but the way he debuted, he was going to get cheered anyway in Brooklyn, so that's fine. Him replacing John Cena, they're not words I ever thought would come out of my mouth.
No. So
good for him. Glad to hear they consider one of the top 5 main full-time talents in the company right now. He's come a long way from TNA.
Yes, he has. From being part of Team Canada.
Right. With
a skittish Eric Young, mind you.
Yes.
Which is a long way for Eric Young as well.
Yeah, so good for both of them. I don't know what they also told about them. I'm only worried about the heel turn right now. He literally just debuted this Tuesday, so let him work out see the face turn works out first.
If it doesn't work out, I don't see him being face for that much longer. Or even if his face through just okay. Because Bobby is already a strong heel. I see him eventually going back to that heel turn.
Right, yeah. So, either way, it don't matter. I say when the WWE Championship goes in the next year. That I do.
Yes.
As long as he stays on SmackDown, I feel like SmackDown's a safe place for him. But no, I'm asking you. I feel like SmackDown's a safe place for him. I don't see Bobby as a role guy.
I see SmackDown as a safe place for him as well.
Yeah. And apparently, speaking of being safe, they are safe with their Cruiserweight division. Because the reason why Neville's now a 2-time Cruiserweight champion
is because no one else should hold the Cruiserweight title?
It's because Neville was never scheduled to lose the Cruiserweight championship until the Monday that Akira Tozawa won the title. Vince decided to change the results of the match on the Monday before SummerSlam because he felt like he was in hot potato mode. And, well, he decided to give Akira Tozawa the title, but he wasn't thrilled with that decision. So he gave that to Neville at SummerSlam. And now he's happy with his decision.
Patience, Vince. Jesus. If you feel like you feel one way, why don't you wait until the next biggest show? Why do you have to wait for the Raw before SummerSlam to have Tozawa finally get the belt? If you want that to happen, why don't you do it at SummerSlam?
Who the hell thinks somebody
associated with... don't, or maybe sleep on that idea a little bit and just remember going, you know what, Neville should keep the belt, which should have happened all along. He should have kept the belt the whole way around. Why split his dominant Cruiserweight Championship run into 2 different runs? No, that, it doesn't It doesn't make sense.
Who the hell thinks that somebody associated with Titus should be the face of the Cruiserweight division? I mean, seriously.
He does. I'll give Titus the benefit of the doubt. He actually does add some character into Tozawa.
Oh, definitely. But that doesn't mean he should have faced the Cruiserweight division because he's associated with Titus of all people.
No.
And now this Titus thing's not going to help out Tozawa no more.
No.
Look all the great things he did for Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
It worked at first. Then
he was on Raw. He was on Raw pretty consistently.
Then Apollo's probably thinking, oh, I didn't know I'm back on SmackDown.
Then he got beat up by Braun Strowman.
Right, and now he's thinking.
And the only time when Apollo shows up, or if they actually have him with Tozawa.
Yeah. So now he's probably wondering, I'm back on SmackDown again.
Yes.
It's not being used. Neville's not losing that belt. There's nobody on that. Neville's Asuka. If you're going to move Neville from the Cruiserweight division at this point soon, you're going to have him vacate the belt for some reason.
Unless you can pull a rabbit out of your hat with like Rey Mysterio.
Right, yeah. There's nobody that should beat him at this point.
No. And that's when you just throw the Cruiserweights wholesale to NXT.
Yeah.
And if you want that to be your secondary title on NXT,
that works too.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. And on the topic of championships and the biggest one of the week, in the first ever SummerSlam Empty Arena match this past week, then this past Sunday, after the controversy with Miz is legit upset with Roll Creative with how he's being used in general, number one, and legit upset with him and a few others in the match. He didn't mention no other names, but Miz, except for Miz. If I had to assume, I'll probably say the Hardys, more so Matt, since he's the more outspoken one. More outspoken on the fact that they were thrown out there in front of the remnants of the people that decided to actually watch the match.
Let's just say it was the remnants of the GFW fan base.
Yeah, Miz.
Because literally, those pictures look like they were straight out of the GFW house show.
Miz is upset about that. His promo role was a shoot that they told him to say, that they told him to work with, to say what he was feeling. But he's also unhappy with the direction of his character on Raw as well. With Raw Creative.
Yeah, he hasn't been treated bad creatively on Raw. It's just he's not been treated as anything, really. They haven't really given him much to work with, period. He had that thing with Dean that ended up being dressed in a bear costume.
Right.
And literally, I just think someone heard rumors of Dean's sexual fantasies or what he's done, and just had that slapped into his feud with Miz. But he hasn't really done much in coming to Raw, even with the Intercontinental title, which is a shame because on SmackDown, Miz with the Intercontinental title was top notch.
Yeah.
And whoever he feuded with was top notch as well.
Yeah, and now it's rumored that he says it was the Intercontinental Championship to either Roman or Samoa Joe. Right now it's Samoa Joe, but I really don't see how it makes sense for Roman to see it happen at No Mercy or Joe and Miz right now. I will reverse it too. Joe and Cena and Roman Miz.
Yes.
But either way, Miz is losing the Intercontinental Championship at No Mercy.
I would like the belt to stay with the mid-carder, but I really can't think of anyone to take it off of Miz that's lower than the main event seed.
Right. I think...
Or no one that should take it off of Miz lower than the main event seed.
I feel like the Intercontinental Championship is being moved back. I don't know why.
So that means the United States.
Yeah, I do have that feeling. There's a reason.
By AJ.
Yeah, because it seems like it's going to be every shake-up. The mid-card belt switch. Because Roll can't book a mid-card title for him. And the Intercontinental...
SmackDown has to come in and save it.
That's that the shake-up happens before No Mercy.
Yes.
Let let me rephrase that. That was after that, I'm not sure. But it's clear as day the Intercontinental Championship is a priority on Raw like it was for SmackDown. But Miz and Dolph had an excellent feud last year for the Intercontinental Championship. This year, since I don't know. Miz was Intercontinental Champion. Who was Intercontinental Champion? 15. Yes, this was the Intercontinental Championship. On SmackDown, it really hasn't done much all this year. So I feel like it needs a Roman or someone with Joe to bring prestige back to it. I'm not blaming Miz here. Miz is doing the best he's can when he's being given. But the Intercontinental Championship's not moving. I can see Miz moving. Because I'm also heard that Orton's unhappy on SmackDown, which I definitely understand there.
Yes.
So there's a fair trade right there if they want to do one. Orton for Miz at this point. And I'm gonna try to pull this. And it's gonna sound harsh, I'm about to say. Miz looks outplaced on the rules main event scene in that tag match the other night.
Yeah, he did.
He did feel outplaced. And a lot of that I think has to do with the way he's been booked on Raw compared to SmackDown. Once they announced the match, I knew who was taking the pin. It wasn't gonna be Joe.
No.
Roman and Cena just came over Raw. Roman's recovering from losing the Brock. Getting pinned by Brock. It was gonna be Miz. But that's it for this edition of the news. Then,
it's from healbynature.com, right?
yes.
That's where all of our news generally comes from. If we don't say that in the other videos, it's not our own news, it's not our own sources, it comes from there.
Right. That's it for now. Links down below in the description. And up next will be a very short NXT review video. Bye.
Later.